Hey, good morning, Facebook. I am excited to be here, making my coffee, getting ready for my power hour. And we had an amazing call last night in the Rise Up Project. And I wanted to just share with you guys what we were talking about. And I think it's so connected to Purim and Pesach that was already the topic of our call that I really wanted to be able to just share that information with you. Hey, Cecily, on how we can be really successful between now and Purim and Pesach. And the first thing that I asked everybody to do was to take a second and really imagine what you want this time of year to look like. Do you want to actually feel relaxed with all of the preparations for the holiday? Do you want to not feel overwhelmed by the organization of the costumes and who you're sending to and what you're sending? Do you want to know that you're going to get to Pesach and actually be ready in advance and relaxed and calm? So for so many of us, those were the words that kept coming up. I just want to feel calm. I just want to actually enjoy the time with the kids instead of feeling all this pressure and all of this anxiety. So if that's what we want to see a future where we are already now starting to think about our house and what we can start getting rid of so that Pesach cleaning is easier and easier. We want now to start thinking about Purim and who we're going to be eating with and who's going to bring us the most joy and who are the relationships we really want to nurture, and everything else that doesn't matter, that's for show, to just not do. And we were talking about how there's so much anxiety-fueled eating. Coffee. There's so much anxiety-fueled eating this time of year. There's so much around, and when so much is around and we're feeling stressed, it is never a good combination. So last night we were talking about getting super clear on the feelings that you want to have this time of year and allow those to set the standard for what we're willing to commit to. So for example, we're all doing 2 nice mishlochei manot this year. And then I'm going to make a huge pot of popcorn, and I'm going to buy some candy, and I think I'm going to cut up a ton of like veggies and do like little mini veggie plates with hummus for people who bring mishlochei manot, so I have something to give back to them. And the kids are going to give popcorn, and I'm not sure what else. We haven't decided what other thing yet. So they have 2 brachot. So when their friends bring them something, and it's not their 2 special ones that they made, they have something to return. But the amount of effort that we're going to put into that has to be no more than 45 minutes and 100 shekel. That is the plan that we set together. And the point is, we want to feel calm and we want to really enjoy the holiday together. I am going to go. We have an amazing dance party for women the night before. And I really look forward to that every year. And that means I'm up till like midnight, 1 a.m. And that means I want to make sure that my plan for what's going to happen the day of the Suda is something that's going to bring me joy and make me calm. Because if mommy's calm and I'm okay, I know everything else will be okay. And I know my number one historically problem is overeating the shalach manos, all the junk and the candy and the chocolate after Purim, after the Suda, after all of everything is quiet and the house is a mess, and I have to get up and start straightening up and get back to the real world. That's when I can eat 20 chocolate bars like nothing. And even though I've been doing so well, and it's that stress, it's that not feeling really calm, it's that feeling overwhelmed. And I think over and over again at this time of year, choosing to not be overwhelmed, choosing to plan ahead, choosing to prioritize is freeing in the deepest way. And when it comes to food and nutrition, we talked about on the call somebody with this amazing woman in our group. She's been with us for a year and a half. And it took her a long time to kind of get her mindset in really the right place, starting and stopping and starting and stopping. And about 4 or 5 months ago, finally it really sank in and clicked. And she's lost over 30 pounds. And she is doing so great. And she's inspiring everybody in the group because they've watched the on and off and the here and the there. And it's so beautiful to see everybody just so excited for her. And she was on the call, and I said, okay, it's totally fine to pick a treat. Hey, Nati. It's totally fine to pick a treat, on Purim. Purim's one day. Like, pick something you really want to eat. It doesn't matter. Purim isn't 2 weeks up to Purim and then a week afterwards when the candy's still around your house. And this woman who's doing amazing, who's lost 30 pounds as of this morning, turned and she said, you know what? Honestly, I have been feeling so good lately and so in control and so wonderful. The last thing I actually want to do is eat junk food on Purim. And everyone was like, exactly. When you're feeling amazing, when you're on Purim and you're actually wearing a costume because you feel confident enough in your body that you can put on a costume, and you are excited to hang out with the people that you're hanging out with, and that you're looking for those moments to actually be mindful and present with your kids, even with all the craziness, and you're actually able to walk around with them a little bit or talk to friends if you have older kids, and not obsess about how perfect the Suda has to be, but instead what kind of attitude, what kind of feelings, what kind of emotions you want to have there. Whether or not you have a chocolate bar is a little bit irrelevant. But here's the thing that we talked about: sacrifice and scarcity. The second you say the word sacrifice, you think I'm talking about sacrificing the chocolate bar, but I'm not. I'm talking about not being willing to sacrifice loving yourself, not willing to sacrifice looking in the mirror and just saying, hey, good morning, gorgeous. Look at you. You are ready to do your best today. You're willing to do your best as a mom. You're ready to do your best as a wife. You're ready to do your best in your job. You're ready to do your best at home. You're ready to fold laundry the best. You're ready to do it. You are ready. And we only get to look at ourselves and affirm ourselves and talk to ourselves like that when we know that our behaviors are matching up with that. Hey, Yael. 2 amazing Yaels here. If this is like resonating with you guys, send me some hearts so I know I'm on the right direction, okay? If we stop sacrificing, not the chocolate, but the things we really want for ourselves. If we say, this year, when I decide if I'm gonna buy something new for Pesach for myself, it's not gonna be with dread that I'm not gonna fit into anything, and I'm gonna go to the store, thanks guys, and it's going to be the worst experience, and I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna feel such resentment about all the cleaning I have to do and all the cooking I have to do, and I'm not even gonna look good on Seder night. I did a post yesterday that my very first time that I committed to this journey I'm really on was Erev Seder 3 years ago, 60 pounds ago, because I had had a baby, Purim, Adar Aleph, so just like this year, 3 years ago, so like a month and a half ahead of time. And I had nothing to wear, and we were invited out for Seder, and I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed, and I did not want to shop for anything new, and I did not want to get ready for Pesach because I just didn't feel good. I didn't feel like I was my best. I was looking in the mirror, and I was really not recognizing the person there. Nati, I want you to go to the store this year and feel so excited to buy something to wear. because that is such a gift. And I don't want to hear, I know not everybody's into clothes. You know, I'm not like the biggest clothes horse either, though I've learned now, the more I appreciate my body and the more confident in my body, the more I actually like shopping, right? Surprise, surprise. But the truth is that Pesach's a time where we start to get new clothes because the seasons are changing. And we want to wear, you know, we don't want to wear 3 bulky sweaters anymore. And that means we have to look at ourselves in the mirror. And so Erev Seder, I did my first 20-minute workout. And I planned out my food for Pesach based on the portions I would need. And I used these little portion containers for the first time that Pesach. And I had the best Pesach ever. Even though I didn't look any different from the first day of Pesach when I did my first workout, and I walked, guys, literally like this to the Seder, like this. I was so sore because I was so out of shape. My husband still remembers laughing as we were walking and I'm pushing that new baby in the stroller to the Seder. But I have to tell you, every minute that I was walking like this, I was like, you did something, Lily. This is gonna change. Next year at the Seder, you're not gonna feel this way. And I had every day of Pesach, my favorite Pesach food, which is matzah brai. I had 1 piece of spelt matzah and 2 eggs, and I made a matzah brai, and I had it with 1 teaspoon of maple syrup. I ate good food, but I did it in the right portions. And 21 days, it was called 21 Day Fix. 21 days later, I was down 9 pounds. And it took me a long time to lose all 60 pounds. For 3 years, this Erev Seder, 3 years, 65 pounds. But the person I became along the way, it didn't have to wait to lose 60 pounds to love the person I saw in the mirror. From after I did the first workout, I looked at her and I said, you did that. You could do it. Because I all of a sudden was put in an environment. I was never in my life, guys, in an environment where people were saying stuff like that to themselves out loud. I don't know if you guys have been blessed with that, but that was not something I grew up with in a girls' dorm. When girls looked in the mirror, they were not affirming themselves as being beautiful. They were criticizing themselves. And maybe your friend would say something nice about how something looked on you, but oftentimes also she'd be like, not that one, choose this one. No one was walking around just affirming how freaking awesome it is that you did a 20-minute workout and you feel sore. Nobody was looking at me and telling me, wow, you took a salad? Amazing. Like, you're gonna feel so good the rest of the day because you ate such good balanced food. It was like, oh, you must be on a diet. Yeah, you're feeling heavy. Like, there was none of this positivity. It was the same actions, but there was no love and positive intentionality. And that's changed. And that's changed because of this community. And that's changed because I loved myself at my worst enough deep down to choose to do something new and maybe a little bit scary, but something where the next year I got to buy something new for Pesach. And the next year I got to buy 3 new things for Pesach, and I went shopping with my daughters. Year 2 was my son's bar mitzvah, and I got to buy a beautiful dress that I still have that I love. And now it's year 3. And I'm actually excited to go shopping, but also excited to just shop in my own closet. I am excited to know that no matter what I put on, I'm going to feel good in it. Because I know I show up for myself every single day, and I know I'm beautiful. And you can't put a price on that. You can't put a price on that. It's almost Purim, it's almost Pesach. Don't sacrifice that feeling, which is your future. That is your future. I know it with 100% certainty. You being that confident, you being that proud of yourself, you being that in love with yourself is your future. And we sacrifice it all the time for the thing right in front of us. The sacrifice isn't choosing to have cookies or not have cookies, or God forbid, not eat carbs. God forbid. The sacrifice is for the thing that we know we really want, that we sacrifice all the time to just eat the thing that's right in front of us. So now to Purim. Remember, Purim is one day. Don't sacrifice that calm, that control, that feeling of being mindful and happy and present in the moment and not pulling on your clothes every second because you feel uncomfortable. Don't sacrifice that feeling of being happy on Purim for eating stuff that makes you unhappy every day between now and then. Eat food that makes you feel truly happy, not that just sends you a little dopamine signal right now. Choose the things that make you truly happy and calm, so you have the feelings, the experience on Purim and Passover that you truly deserve. We're very blessed to have an amazing community in the Rise Up Project. The Rise Up Project does not start again till the week after Purim. Right after Purim, actually, like 2 days after Purim is the next Rise Up Project. If you want information on it, you can contact me. But March 10th, a week from yesterday, I am starting just a free 7-day group. 7 days from March 10th to taste what this kind of positivity is like, what it feels like to start to work out at home between you and your TV and us affirming you, what it means to know what kind of portions might work for you and to how to play around with them and how to get excited about eating good food for you. It's free. It's 7 days. I'll send you the form. It's an application only program. And if you're serious that you might want to change before Pesach, our next Rise Up Project doesn't begin until right after Purim. But you will already feel better about yourself by Pesach. And you will already feel better about the person who's going into the store and buying something beautiful for herself to celebrate that newness, that feeling that she is the queen at that Seder table. Have a great day.